Good evening. My name is David Root, and I am the Executive Director of Homeward Alliance, the agency that operates the Murphy Center. For those of you who do not know, the Murphy Center is the building that we are in right now. It is the hub of resources for people who are homeless or at risk of homelessness in Larimer County, host to 20 independent nonprofits that collectively provide 40 unique services to about 3,000 unduplicated individuals each year. These are scary times, and we understand the fear. But imagine for a moment that you didn't have a home to sit this one through. Imagine that you were a senior with an underlying health condition, sleeping in a crowded shelter the day the World Health Organization declared COVID-19 a global health pandemic. We need to think about the health of people who are homeless because the stakes are literally life or death. And beyond that, how we respond to this crisis for people who are homeless, a population that is disproportionately susceptible both to catching and suffering the consequences of COVID-19, will be a determining factor in whether we are able to contain this virus as a community, as a state, and as a nation. So let me tell you a bit about the Murphy Center and Homeward Alliance, what we are doing in response to COVID-19, and what you can do to help, even if you cannot leave your home. Every day during the winter months, about 200 people visit the Murphy Center. Many of those individuals access appointments with case managers and other service providers, take showers, eat breakfast, use computers, search for jobs, or engage socially with other guests. Many come because they have no other place to be. The threat of COVID-19 has all but paralyzed this community, this world for that matter, as we all adjust to the reality of what seems will be a prolonged period of uncertainty, fear, economic activity, and worst of all, illness and death. For people who are homeless, the threat of COVID-19 is nothing short of devastating. People who visit the Murphy Center do not have the resources to take the precautionary steps that those of us with housing can take. They share spaces with hundreds of people each day. They cannot return home to rest with minor symptoms. They cannot maintain adequate social distancing in buildings like ours. What's more, they are more likely to suffer from the underlying health conditions that increase individuals' risk of becoming sick or dying from COVID-19. At a time like this, it is easy to retreat into isolation, but my message to you tonight is don't. Your community needs you. Regardless of your circumstance, you can still make a difference. So, more specifically, here is some of what we are doing and some of what you can do to help. Starting tomorrow, March 19th, we will be relocating Murphy Center Day Shelter, and Catholic Charities and the Fort Collins Rescue Mission will be relocating Men's Overflow Evening Shelter to the Northside Aslan Community Center. This much larger facility, closed to the public due to COVID-19, was graciously offered up by the city of Fort Collins. It will provide people who are homeless with a larger space to spread out, allow us to separate populations if necessary, and work closely with Catholic Charities and the Fort Collins Rescue Mission to coordinate daytime and evening shelter. The facility will be staffed 24/7 by Homeward Alliance, Catholic Charities, and the Fort Collins Rescue Mission. At least 3 security guards will be present during daytime hours and 2 overnight. Huge thanks to our leaders at the city, and especially Beth Souter, Director of the Social Sustainability Department, for making this happen. In addition to that, Homeward Alliance has taken numerous steps alongside countless partners at the Murphy Center to protect our guests, our staff, and our volunteers. We have heightened our daily cleaning procedures and our awareness of guest and staff symptoms, implemented a zero-tolerance policy for staff members coming to work sick, closely followed all federal, county, and state guidance related to cleanliness and operations, instructed all non-essential personnel to work from home, and encouraged other agencies to work off-site in an effort to limit traffic in our building. So how can you help? There are many ways. Of course, we are always in need of financial contributions. We have increased our spending beyond our budget to accommodate COVID-19 protocols, specifically with additional staffing, as well as purchased medical and cleaning supplies. Every dollar helps. Visit www.homewardalliance.org to find out more. Volunteer. We have lost about 90% of our regular volunteers. Most people who volunteer during the day, especially at the Murphy Center, are retired. As a result, many of our daily volunteers fall into some of the at-risk categories for COVID-19. If you have the means to volunteer, feel comfortable, and do not fall into one of the at-risk categories, visit our website to find out more. We also have opportunities to participate behind the scenes. We need supplies. In particular, we are short on surgical masks, N95 masks, and any bleach or alcohol-based cleaning supplies. Again, visit our website to find out more. Lastly, help spread the word. You might not be able to contribute yourself. You might not be able to volunteer, but you might know someone who can. Awareness is key, and we are counting on all of you to help. We at Homeward Alliance hope that you are taking every precaution you can to protect the health of you and your loved ones. We also hope that you will consider doing your part, however small, to help those who do not have a place to call home. Thank you to everyone for the outpouring of support this past week. It has humbled us all.